Okay, welcome back to our class. So for our final, for week module number 8, so our topic is about capitalized cost. So unsa man yung capitalized cost? So the capitalized cost of any structure or property is the sum of its first cost and the present worth of all replacement, operation, and maintenance for a long time. So kaning capitalized cost di ay kay structure sa isa siya ka sum of our first cost and ato ang present worth. So we have here our cash flow. So gaingon nga natay first cost which is kaning CO and the present, so kaning present worth of all replacement, operation, and maintenance is from mga to ang n ani is infinity since long time. So RP, so we know that's a formula sa atong annuity. P is equal to A over I. So to solve for our CC or the capitalized cost, so our formula will be CC is equal to CO or C0 plus P. So P is equal to A over I. Where ang ato ang CO, we'll know that from our last topic, is the first cost or the initial capital invested. And P is the present worth of all the annual operating costs. And our A is the annual operating costs or annual expenses. And I is the standard interest rate. So let's have our example para mas masabtan. So we have here for our number 1 example, a barangay road was constructed for $200,000 US. Determine the capitalized cost of the road if the annual maintenance cost is $5,000. Assume money is worth 5% per annum. So first, we need to analyze the problem and write the given in our problem. So naghatag siya first cost which is $200 and ato ang annual maintenance is equal to $5,000 and our I is 5%. So we have 0.05 or 5%. So, ang gipangayo man sa tong problem is the capitalized cost or the CC. So, formula for CC, we have CC is equal to first cost plus A over I or the present. Since given tanan, so substitute, we have here 200,000 plus A which is 5,000 divided by the interest which is 0.05. So our capitalized cost will be $300,000 US. So we have here our final answer. So let's proceed for another example for the capitalized cost. So Adam has a first cost of $5 million US. It has an annual maintenance cost of 25,000 US dollar and a minor reconstruction cost of $100 US every 5 years at an interest of 8% per year. What is the capitalized cost of the dam? So, gahatag siya sa tong problem. So, first, we need to write our given first. So, naghatag siya sa problem of first cost, which is $5 million. And our kaning 25,000 is the annual maintenance. So we have A 25 And kaning 100,000 will be our future since every 5 years. So na siya reconstruction. So we have F is 100 US dollar. And na ay N nga 5 years. And our interest rate will be 0.08. So first, we need to solve our A, which is the annuity sa atuang reconstruction cost. So we need to use the formula for ordinary annuity concept. Since na siya given nga 5 years nga number of years. So solving for our A, so formula F is equal to A multiply 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 over I. First, we need to solve for our A, which is the annuity. So, pwede tayong gamit para mas madali. We need to use the shift solve function. So, we have A. So, X 1.08 raised to number of years 5 minus 1 divided by sa atuang interest, which is 0.08. So solving for A, our A will be 17,045.64 US dollars. Since ang gipangayo sa problem is the capitalized cost, so formula, we have CO plus A total. So kaning A total, ang apil ang ato ang atong sa ordinary concept na to na A, the annuity, nag-solve na to ganina, plus sa given nga annual maintenance cost sa problem. So solving for the capitalized cost, so we have here 5 million plus A, the total. Sa total annual maintenance na to, we have 25,000 plus the 17,045.64 dollars divided by sa atong interest nga 0.08. So our answer will be 5,525,570.50 US dollar. So this will be our final answer. So we are done sa atuang capitalized cost. So let's proceed in our annual cost. So ang annual cost, the annual cost of any structure or property is the sum of annual depreciation costs, interest of the first cost, and the operating and maintenance cost. So kaning annual cost di ay is ang sum sa annual depreciation, ang interest, ug ang operating and maintenance cost. So our formula, we have AC is equal to D plus CO multiplied to I plus OM, where ang atong AC is the annual cost or the total expenses. Now where D is the annual depreciation cost and CO is the first cost or initial capital invested, and I is the annual interest of capital invested, and OM is the operating maintenance cost. So let's try for our problem for annual cost. We have a company bought an equipment costing $30,000 with a guaranteed economic life of 8 years and a resale value of $5,000. If money is worth 10%, what is the annual cost of the equipment? So use straight line method for depreciation analysis. So sa atong problem, naghatag siya sa atong given. Hatag siya first cost nga 30 plus 10%. So 30 plus 10 is 100. 100 plus 10 is 120. 120 plus 10 is 130. 130 plus 10 is 140. 140 plus 10 is 160. 160 plus 10 is 180. 180 plus 10 is 190. 190 plus 10 is 195. 195 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 plus 10 is 195. 1 $30,000 US dollar. Our CN, which is the resale value, we have 5,000. So giingon man sa tong problem na we need to use the straight line method. So our N is 8 years. So first, we need to solve for our depreciation. We have our I, which is 0.10. So sa straight line method, so formula for depreciation, annual depreciation is CO minus CN over N. Since given tanan, so we need to solve our annual depreciation, or D. We have 30,000 minus 5,000 divided by number of years, which is economic life of 8 years. So our annual depreciation will be 3,125 US dollar. So after na to ma-solve ang ato ang depreciation, so we need to solve for the annual cost of the equipment. So formula, we have AC is equal to D plus CO multiplied to I plus the operating maintenance cost. So substitute, since na-solve na to, we have 3,125 plus ang first cost is 30,000. And our I is 0.10. So wala man tayo gihatag nga operating maintenance cost atong problem. So plus 0. So our annual cost will be 6,125 US dollar. So this is our final answer. So matingala mo nga nung 0 siya. So take note nga operating maintenance cost is not given, then it will be neglected. That's why plus 0. So proceed ta for another example of annual cost. So we have here a machine has an initial cost of 40,000 and an annual maintenance cost of 5,000. Its useful life is 10 years. The annual benefit from purchasing the machine is 18,000. The effective interest rate is 10%. What is the machine benefit cost ratio? So na po day tayo gitawag nga benefit cost ratio. So first, we need to write our givens ato ang problem. So naghatag siya CO, which is the 40,000. So here, and our N, which is 10 years. And our I is 10% or 0.10. So first, we need to solve for our na siya annual maintenance cost nga 5,000. So we have our OM is 5,000. First, we need to solve for our depreciation. So, ang giingon dire, take note nga since interest is given and the method computing of depreciation is not specified, so if wala giingon sa problem, we use sinking fund method. If naay gihatag, so we need to use straight line method. So formula for our depreciation and sinking fund, we have CO minus CN multiplies atong I divided by 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Since given tanan ato ang data, so we have 40,000 minus ang CN nato wala given sa problem, multiply of our interest na 0.10 divided by 1 plus 0.10 raised to the number of years nga 10 years minus 1. So our depreciation will be 2,000 US dollar. So since nakuha na nato ang depreciation, so pwede na nato ma-solve ang annual cost. So annual cost is equal to D plus CO multiply ta I plus OM. Since given ang ato ang depreciation, so we have 2,509.81 na na-solve nato plus ang CO which is 40,000 and our I is 0.10 and our annual cost is 5,000 or the operating maintenance cost. So our annual cost will be 11,509.81. So annual cost pa niya. So ang unknown na to sa atong problem which is the benefit cost ratio. So solving for benefit cost ratio, so naghatag siya annual benefit nga 18,000. So 18,000 divided by sa atuang annual cost. So solving for benefit cost ratio, we have 18,000 divided by 11,509.81. So our answer, so our benefit cost ratio will be 1.56. So we have here our final answer. And then let's proceed for another topic for our final. So we have inflation. So familiar tani inflation, no? So our inflation is the increase in the prices of goods and services from one year to another, thus decreasing the buying power of money. So familiar ta inflation, muna yung nahitabo na to karon na nagataas ang atuang pamaliton. So we have here our cash flow for inflation. So we have given our future, our present cost, and our F is the annual inflation rate sa ato ang inflation. So our formula for our inflation, we have F is equal to P multiply 1 plus F raised to N. So kabalo na ta, atong P is the present cost of the commodity, F is the future cost of the same commodity, and F is the annual inflation rate, and N is the number of years. So let's have our example in our inflation. A given item now costs 2,000 US dollar. If inflation rate is known to be 6% per year, what will be the cost of this item in 2 years' time? So given tanan, sa itong problem, we have our P, which is 2,000. Our F, inflation rate na to is 6% or 0.06. And our N is 2 years time. So ang atong unknown will be the future cost of the commodity sa atong item. So for our F, we have formula P, which is 2,000 multiply 1 plus F, the inflation, which is 0.06 raised to the number of years, which is 2 years. So our future cost is 2,247.2 US dollar. So this will be our final answer. For another example sa atong inflation, so we have here ang company invests 10,000 today to be repaid in 5 years in one lump sum at 12% compounded annually. If the rate of inflation is 3% compounded annually, how much profit in present day dollar is realized over the 5 years? First, we need to write our givens atong problem. So, naghatag siya, invest of 10,000. And naa siya'y 5 years, number of years. And na siya I nga 12% compounded annually. So 1 na siya. So have 0.12 or 12%. So first, we need to solve for our future costs sa atuang company nga gi-invest. So we have P multiply 1 plus I raised to N. We have 10,000. 1 plus 0.12 raised to 5 years. So natay future cost kaning sa 10,000. We have 17,623.42. Sa future cost lang sa atong gi-invest nga 10,000 US dollar. So let P is the value of money in terms of the year 0 of buying power. So giingon man dire how much profit in present day dollar. So solving for our P, we have, so atong formula sa atong inflation, P 1 plus F raised to N. Since kani ang atong unknown P, so therefore ma-derive nato nga P is equal to F over 1 plus F raised to N. Since natay future from our 10,000 nga gi-invest, so let's have our given nga 17,263. So divided by 1 plus, so ang F na to giingon sa atong problem ganina. So given, may kaduha na statement na naay inflation rate of 3% or 0.0. Okay, so solving for our profit. So we have 17,623 divided by 1 plus 0.03 raised to number of years na 5 years. So our profit for our P sa to inflation or the present will be 15,201 or approximately to 15,202 US dollar. So ang unknown nato is the profit. So sa ato ang gi-invest nga 10,000, so we need to minus or deduct 10,000 sa atong gi-invest. So our profit will be 5,202 US dollar. So this will be our final answer. So for our last topic, for our final week module number 8, so we have combined interest inflation rate of return. So instead of doing the inflation and interest rate separately, one can compute a combined equivalent rate of interest per interest period. So pwede na siya ma-combine. So we have our cash flow, we have our P, the present, and our F is the future, and our IC is the combined interest rate. And we have our N is the number of years. So our formula of F is P multiply 1 plus IC raised to N. And formula for our combined interest, we have I plus F, the inflation, and plus I multiplies ato ang inflation. So let's try sa atong example for our combined. So a man bought a property of 40 US dollar cash and plans to sell it after 5 years. He wants an 18% rate of return after 6% annual inflation rate. What will be the recommended selling price of his property? So first, we need to write our given from our problem. So naghatag siya interest nga 18% or 0.18, and naa siya'y P na 40,000 sa atong problem, and naa siya'y inflation rate or F nga 6% or 0.06. Ang atong unknown will be the selling price of its property. Therefore, future ang atoang pangitaon. So, solving first for the combined interest rate. So, we have our formula I, which is 0.18 plus the inflation rate nga 0.06. So, multiply ang duha. 0.06. Our combined interest rate will be 0.2508 or 25.08%. But ang atong unknown is the future. So first, we have to write our given nga P, which is 40,000. Multiply sa 1 plus ang atong combined nga na-solve nato ganina, which is 0.2508 raised to the number of years nga 5 years. So our recommended selling price sa ihang property will be 122,461.437 US dollar. So this will be our final answer. So I hope na ay nasabtan for our module number 8. So study in advance. And if you have any question, you can comment sa ato ang Google Classroom para tabangan ni ma'am. So that would be all. So thank you.